Hey guys, my name's Dustin. This is Mackenzie. So I have seen on the Facebook page that there was a single dad that didn't know how to do his kid's hair. He was actually asking how to do a braid. My girlfriend, she's actually a cosmetologist, and with me having 4 girls, was pretty motivated to learn to do all their hair. So I definitely take time to bond with them and do their hair. Everybody that knows me knows that I do all kinds of crazy stuff with their hair. So I figured I would do like a quick video here to help out any dads that have any questions on some simple stuff. Today I was gonna do her hair. We just got done washing it and it's wet and it's tangled. So I was gonna do like a simple video on how to brush it the right way, how I do it, how I like to do it, and how to blow dry it all at the same time. So first, what I definitely like are these wet brushes. You can get them from Sally's, you can get them Walmart. They're super cheap, but they are by far my favorite brush. And so what we do first is I get their hair, and what you want to do is you want to start at the bottom and brush their hair out from the bottom, because what happens if you start at the top, when you bring it back, you're just creating a bunch of knots. So what I like to do is start from the bottom with this brush first, and that's why I like the wet brushes, because when it is really, really wet, like it was earlier, it's no problem and it doesn't hurt them. So I start from the bottom and I brush it out. And if you ever get to a spot where it's really tight, kind of hold on to the top of the hair. Don't pull it, and you can kind of pull that tangle out. And then run your finger. I like to run my fingers through it to see if there's any knots. Straight back. And this is definitely going to help you out when you get to the blow drying part. You want to try and get all the tangles out that you can, even if their hair is completely soaking wet. And see how nice this brush was? Her hair was completely wet, and probably 20 strokes in, it's completely tangle free. These wet brushes. So now that I've got it brushed out and tangled, what I do is I'm right-handed. This may be different for anybody else, but what I like to do is put the brush in my left hand, and this is something my girlfriend actually taught me, but look forward. So what I like to do is hold the blow dryer in my right hand and I grab it from the top. What I do is I start, usually I start from the bottom. I start from the bottom first, and I'll grab a piece of hair and I'll blow downwards. So I'll follow the shape of her head. Because what happens is when you blow dry her hair, if you turn it on, face forward, if you turn it on, it just blows hair all over the place. But if you start from the top, or you start from the side of the hair, the bottom there, but if you start with the blow dryer and you follow the shape of her hair, you're blowing the hair away from her face and it's not hitting her face. Another trick is too that if you have a really wet spot, you can grab the hair and turn your brush upside down. This is the biggest reason why you want to get the tangles out beforehand, but when you get some hair in it, you can kind of turn your brush and you can put this hair dryer in the brush and you can blow dry that strand of hair, and it almost gets it dry instantly, even if it's soaking wet, but you just pull it through. And if you get to a spot where it gets tangled and you can't pull it anymore, just stop and then just keep rebrushing it. Now that it's dry, it doesn't take much. I usually go back through it one more time just to make sure the knots are out of it. And once you or while you're blow drying it, like I said, if you keep the curvature of the head while you blow dry, it helps lay the hair backwards so your hair's not all crazy and knotted up when you're trying to brush it. But the end result is it's just unbeatable when you have your kids' hair. It's kind of a pet peeve that I have is I go around and I notice how many times that kids' hairs isn't brushed, and you know it's comes to a point where I saw that guy on the page said that he was a single dad, and he reached out and needed help. And for me, it's really a bonding thing, because it's kind of stereotypical that dad doesn't do the whole makeup thing or the hair thing or the dress up. When you have girls like me, you have 4 daughters. You have to make some sacrifices like that, and I think that they really appreciate when I take the effort and take the time to do their hair. So if you guys like this video, and you want to see me do more stuff like some actual styles or some braids, or if you want me to get in more detail on something simple like this or any suggestions, that'd be cool too. So just let me know. Thanks.